So it's starting to get cold out, or for me, it's been cold for about 3 months. It's winter time, and what do you need whenever it's winter as far as fragrances? You need ones that are going to eat through the cold. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you 5 beast mode long-lasting fragrances that will be able to help you do just that. So without further ado, let's get it. What's up, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. Again, this is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, for those of you who do not know. Before we get into the video, all that good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you like my content, consider following me on Instagram and TikTok. So again, I get these questions all the time, like, what are some good beast mode fragrances that you have? Never actually created a video on it, and so I decided I was going to do it. And what better time than in the middle of winter when you need those beast mode fragrances. Just make sure not to overspray some of these, especially the one that I'm going to talk about first. It can't be a beast mode video without mentioning this one. You guys probably already know what's coming. Dior Sauvage Elixir. So there's a lot of clones out there of this, but none of them are just going to match the performance of this beast. I mean, I could go through my whole collection, and I don't think there's one that's stronger than this, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a couple that get close, but this one is the strongest out of all of these by far. I mean, it just is. It's a 1 to 2 spray, and I'm saying that lightly. I mean, 2 sprays is max. If you spray it more than that, then you're gonna be choking people out, unless you're just doing it for yourself. I don't know. But Dior Sauvage Elixir is your ambery fougere. It has a fresh spicy opening with a warm spicy dry down. And the main notes some of the main notes that you get in Sauvage Elixir are nutmeg, cardamom, lavender, licorice, amber, and grapefruit. It's woody, it's aromatic, it's sweet, slightly sweet. I can say if you get the Lattafa Asad, which is the clone of this, it's going to be sweeter. Because there is that black licorice note, which gives off kind of like a different type of sweetness. There's the amber in it that gives off a sweetness. But in the Lattafa Asad, you get a vanilla that really comes in and gives a sweetness. In the opening, this is bright, but again, in Asad, you get brighter. This is more deeper, darker. You get that nice spiciness. You get some that grapefruit in the opening, giving a little bit of a brightness, and again, that fresh spiciness. But as you work your way into the fragrance, that nutmeg definitely pulls up just a bit as it provides a nice, unique spice. As that licorice comes in, again, giving it a nice, even more uniqueness. Again, as you get to the dry down, it gets woody, it gets that ambery fougere quality even more. It gets warmer, it gets a little bit of a warm spice, like I said. There is a difference. There's that fresh spiciness, like something like cardamom, and then that warm spiciness, like something like the nutmeg, that provides a really nice, deeper, darker tone. Again, you're going to get at least 10 to 12 hours on your skin of this fragrance, and that is just on the low end. On your clothes, you're going to get days, and it's just going to be a beast mode fragrance. You're going to get a trail behind you of sillage that's going to be going for probably a freaking mile. If you want someone to smell you and you think they're going to like this smell, I know it's not for everybody, so definitely try before you buy. It's not a blind buy worthy fragrance. If you like this smell though, definitely make sure that you're spraying appropriately. And Dior Sauvage Elixir, it is what it is. You guys know it. It's great. I love it. I'm never going to not have a bottle of it. And I thought I would never buy a Sauvage because I'm not a big fan of the metallics and that black pepper and stuff, but I really like this. Going into the second one, what's funny is that I had one bottle in my hand, and then I was like, no, I'm going with the clone of it. Because the clone of it, to me, even though it's fresher and fruitier, which you guys probably know where I'm getting at, it actually, to me, lasts longer and projects higher. So this is a clone of Paul Gaultier's Ultramall, which again is your clubbing fragrance. It is a heavier fragrance, but I like the Afnan 9 PM. Afnan 9 PM, I think it projects just a bit more than the Ultramall. I think it lasts about 8.5 to 9 hours, which Ultramall lasts about 6.5 to 7. So I think that Afnan 9 PM, what it is, well, I'll give you the main notes. The main notes of Afnan 9 PM, apple, lavender, amber, and vanilla. It's vanilla, it's sweet, it's fruity, it's very nice. It has that lavender in there. It subtracts the pear for apple, which provides almost like a watery fruitiness to this fragrance, which provides that lighter, fresher type feel to it. But again, at the same time, projecting more. You're going to be able to smell this. If you're walking through a club, people are going to smell you. If you're walking down the street, you're going to have a nice tail of sillage. Not as much as Dior Sauvage Elixir, but if you want something sweet, you want something fruity, something deep that's more for the nighttime that you can wear in pretty much any season, but more leaning towards the fall and winter and spring, I would say Afnan 9 p.m. for the price, which is about 20 to 30 bucks. It's a really good fragrance. It's going to be one that, again, centers around apple, lavender, and vanilla, and it's really nice sweetness, deep, dark, warm, really good. That is Afnan 9 p.m. clone of Paul Gaultier's Ultramall. So the next one on my list is going to be one that people compare to Spicebomb Extreme, although I do get other nuances on it, like it's spicier, it's deeper, it has a little bit of a booziness, stuff like that. With that said, it's really nice for this time of year, especially in the winter if you live in an area like me. It grows on me every time I wear it more and more, and it gets much better in the dry down. This is by Bulgari. It is Bulgari Man in Black. I really like that bottle too. It's just very clean. The black on almost dirty gold or copper, whatever you would call that. You can kind of smell it on the cap, but if they don't have a cap, it's just the atomizer is built in. So that's actually really nice. So it's, again, a warm spice. It also has those woody notes. It is a semi-sweet leather fragrance with the woods. It's really, really good. It says in Fragrantica there's an iris in this. I don't really sense the iris very much. This is more in the deeper, darker, woody leather. They also say it's animalic. I don't get much of that either. Overall, again, very similar to Spicebomb Extreme if you made it more spicy, leather, and a slight bit of booze. The main notes in Bulgari Man in Black are spices, rum, leather, and tobacco. So when you first spray it on, it's very spicy and there's a little bit of leather undertone, but it's very spicy in the opening. You can really sense the black pepper. That is especially when you spray it on a tester or make sure you spray this on your skin. So if you do that, the only thing I don't like is the atomizer on these bottles. It doesn't get a wide area. When you spray it on your hand, you get a little bit more of that sweetness coming through, some more of that leather. It's more of a dark leather for sure. But it's dark, but with a little bit of a, it's like a dark leather with a little bit of a spice to this. Again, on the tester, it has that black pepper is there for sure. Again, it just says spices in the note breakdown, but I know there's definitely a black pepper, maybe some cinnamon. As you work your way further into the fragrance, you do get some benzoin and some other sweet notes that come in, providing almost a resinous quality and a little bit of this boozy quality. It's not super boozy like Angel Share or something that even has a moderate amount of booze like Stronger With You Absolutely. This one is just a nice undertone of booze that really sits on your skin very nice, and in the air, people really like it. My wife really likes it. I really love it. Bulgari Man in Black, if you're looking for something that is more on the heavier, more masculine, spicier side, that has an undertone of sweetness, an undertone of leather, and then an undertone of booze, and then as you work your way into the dry down, you get some woods, you get some woods, vanilla, and then also some of that benzoin to give it that resinous quality. Bulgari Man in Black is definitely going to do that for you. You also do get an aromatic background. Again, it doesn't really come off like anything to me, like iris or anything. It's just more aromatic. It's really quite nice. It just fits into this fragrance really nicely. Very well blended. I think that this is not worth a blind buy. I think it's something that you need to test out first if you can. Go to Fat Boy Fragrance or something like that and get a decant. But I would say Bulgari Man in Black, if you're looking for something that's spicy and unique for the cool weather, it's definitely going to be one of them. Going into the next one. The next one, you guys know, I could review this in my sleep just because of the fact that I've worn it and talked about it a lot. This is going to be a versatile fragrance, not a fall and winter type fragrance. It's just going to be an all year round fragrance by YSL or Yves Saint Laurent. It's YSL Y Eau de Parfum. It's beast mode. It gives people headaches to the point where it's that much beast mode. It lasts 8 to 10 hours. With that said, it's not going to be, again, as longer lasting or 1 to 2 sprays like Sauvage Elixir. I would say maybe 3 to 4 sprays. With that said, it's going to project all around the room. It is a room filler. It's the heaviest in the line. Surprisingly, because they have the Le Parfum and all that, the Eau de Parfum is the strongest in the line. Centered around juniper, ginger, sage. Then they have some of those sweet notes. And then also a deeper, darker version of the Eau de Toilette. It's kind of like a mix between the Eau de Toilette and the Le Parfum, but I'll tell you about that in a second. Let me give you the notes here. So the main notes you get in YSL Eau de Parfum are apple, ginger, sage, juniper, amberwood, and cedar. You also do get a bergamot and tonka bean. You get some bergamot in the opening and tonka bean obviously in the dry down. So from the YSL EDT, you get that freshness. And then from the YSL Le Parfum, you get that amberwood tonka dry down. So you get, it's kind of like Bleu de Chanel, how they have the EDT, then the Parfum, and then the EDP's in the middle. It's kind of like a best of both worlds. That's kind of like what this is. Although I prefer the Le Parfum in this line over the Eau de Parfum. I just do. I like it. I think it's a little bit better. I like that slightly deeper, slightly darker version of the EDP. It's just what I get from it. If you get a headache from the EDP, try Y Live, because Y Live, it definitely settles it down, and it gives almost like a sweet Invictus-y vibe mixed together with the EDP to settle it down. Really good. But again, when you spray this on, you get that bergamot, you get that ginger, you get those aromatic notes. And then as you work your way into the dry down, you get some amber woodiness, you get some tonka bean, not too heavy, not too powdery, no powder really at all. But it's a sweet beast mode bomb. Really, really good. Aromatic, fresh, spicy, really nice. YSL EDP. If you don't have it, you should try it. Also try the Le Parfum if you're out looking and see which one you prefer. Again, for me, it's the Le Parfum. For a lot of people, it's the EDP. It's up to you. If you want the beast mode version, though, that is it. Le Parfum is a little bit more dialed back. Going into the last one, this one I honestly don't like that much. But I know a lot of people do. It's just, to me, it's too much vanilla, and it's almost like a vanilla. I don't know how to explain it. I never know how, it's like a harsh vanilla. But it's not at the same time. I don't know. It's from Emporio Armani. It's Stronger With You Intensely. I like the original. I love Oud and the Absolutely. I don't really like leather, but I honestly don't like leather that much. Haven't tried Only. And Freeze, I have a decant of. I like that. I'll probably pick up a full bottle. That's pretty much it, I think. Strong With You Intensely. It's the one that takes out the nuttiness and adds in toffee. It's supposed to be their more gourmand, and it really is. And while it does have that toffee note, a lot of people compare it to Azzaro's The Most Wanted, which is my favorite designer fragrance. No, not at all. So just, if you think that, you probably just sprayed it on for the first time. And so just wait for it, and you'll realize, because I had one person that sprayed on Azzaro Most Wanted and said, that smells just like this. And then I said, give it some time. And then like 5 minutes later, he goes, yeah, you're right. So anyway, just because there's toffee doesn't mean they're the same type of fragrance. So the main notes in Stronger With You Absolutely are vanilla, cinnamon, tonka, and amber. There's also a little bit of suede and aromatics throughout this fragrance, but really what you need to know is that toffee, that amber, that cinnamon, and obviously the vanilla. So vanilla is going to be centric in here. It's very heavy. It's beast mode. Super, super, super sweet. If you don't like sweet fragrances, this is literally probably the sweetest fragrance that I own. I love sweet fragrances. They're like my favorite, but I don't like that because it's too sweet. I don't mind the smell. It's just I don't want to wear it because it kind of gives me a headache. Everybody has those headachy fragrances. That is one of them for me. When you first spray it on, it's a lot of vanilla, it's a lot of toffee. As it calms down, the toffee calms down, and the vanilla doesn't. And then you get a little bit of a woodiness. You get a lot of that amber coming in to sweeten it up even more, make it even more resinous. It almost feels like there is a nuttiness in this, because that's what I was trying to say. There's a weirdness to the vanilla that it doesn't smell bad. The vanilla is so strong it almost comes off nutty. And I know there's no nuttiness in this because they took the chestnut out. Unless I'm losing my mind, and there is. But the vanilla really does come across like so strong that it almost feels nutty. And I just don't like it that much. I love Absolutely. I wear that all the time. But let me know what you guys get from it. Do you also get a lot of vanilla from that? Or are you a fan of Intensely? I mean, it is what it is. Everybody likes something different. And I know Intensely is a fan favorite out there. But yeah, it's vanilla, amber centric. You get that toffee in there. You get some aromatics and suede way far in the background. And some woodiness just mixed in there. Outside of that, it's just sweet. Gonna not have the best longevity of all of these. It's gonna be like 7 hours. But for those 7 hours, it's projecting like a monster. So that's pretty much why I put it in the list. But yeah, guys, I'll probably do this again in a couple months. Get you guys another 5 that are good for beast mode, especially for like this spring and summer or something. But let me know in the comments which ones you like that are beast mode. And again, I'll be back with another video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.